In the bottom right corner, we have from Team Liquid, it is Sean Simon, also known as Sheth. Sheth, one of the top North American Zergs, always underrated, huge anchor for his team, the go-to non-Korean on Team Liquid in team leagues. In the top left, we have from Evil Geniuses Raid Call, it's Thorzain, the WCF Sweden champion of 2012. Thorzain just performs so well on Sweden soil. Just haven't really been able to see him piece things together for either an MLG run or even in Lone Star. Thorzain got eliminated by Polt, which is nothing to be ashamed of. Thorzain, of course, a big-time macro player, starting to experiment with the idea of 2 racks and whatnot. But Thorzain, he obviously loves playing things slow, likes taking his time, very methodical. Sheth, meanwhile, he's a little bit more unpredictable. He was one of those guys when Roach Baneling Bust first became popular, was using it a lot in his Zerg versus Terrans, going for those +2 timings with Banelings as well. Also can play the macro game. And Sheth, whether or not you guys like his playstyle or not, finds ways to win quite often. And that's kind of been the center of controversy lately.
Who does not like Sheth's playstyle?
No, just not necessarily.
If somebody doesn't like Sheth's playstyle, then
he can come to you.
They can come talk to me.
I'll send him to the principal's office, Ben. I'll send him to you.
I'll put him in line. I will call a meeting.
We'll call a meeting.
I'll call a meeting if somebody objects to the way Sheth plays. Sheth's great, man. He's actually Sheth has had some impacts on the Zerg versus Terran metagame on an international level. There was a time way back in the day when people had never fathomed the idea of going hatch first into some roach aggression. Sheth really revolutionized the matchup and was winning a lot of games doing that kind of off-timed roach aggression. Ooh, pulling all of his drones to try to kill Thorzain's SCV. Did not do so. Since then, the meta has evolved, and that kind of play is not as common, but you sometimes see players using the like 15 hatch, 17 gas, 25, 26 roach warren into like a 6-7 roach rush off of 2 bases. That's a Sheth build, man. He was the first, one of the best.
And Sheth's a smart guy. Really looking forward to see what Sheth can pull off in this game. Remember, guys, this game is for more than just a victory for Sheth and more than just a defeat for Thorzain. Sheth winning here means that Dong Regu and Hwang Sin are not in our wildcards, which is kind of hard to believe, right? Dong Regu, 4-4, where DRG's technically only lost once on his own merit, and that was to Polt. He just hasn't shown up for 3 of his games, and that's kind of been his down point. Hwang Sin, of course, started off the season extremely rocky, but ended it extremely strong with one of the most ridiculous builds I think I've seen in a pro game.
Sheth is on double gas pretty early here. And it makes me wonder if he's up to some sort of shenanigans.
Yeah, is he going to drop a Roach Warren and just go for it? Roach Bane? Maybe something like that. Double gas this early is very indicative of something usually.
Meanwhile, back on the other side of the map, Thorzain is doing what Thorzain does best. Triple command center. He's not even trying to hide it, using that command center in his wall. So he is going to be playing the aggressive eco game. Sheth goes ahead and drops a 3rd hatchery.
Oh, wow. Thorzain's going for a combat shield poke. This is something that we haven't seen in several months. Although Thorzain was one of the first people to actually try this out, we haven't seen this in a long time since the days of Marine King really dominating the international scene when he was doing this in MLG, especially in the arenas and championships. Wow, and he gets the 3rd cancel, so very nicely done by Thorzain, although can't really overstay his welcome because, I mean, there's a lot of units that's going to be on the map, and Zerg has a lot of speed soon.
Sheth's got a lot of money saved up, Dan. And 10 roaches going into production right now. This is looking more and more like it could be a Roach Baneling attack. We'll see if he drops that Baneling nest with his next 50 gas. 11 roaches out.
Thorzain doing a very nice job. Now the premise of it, oh, he scans and sees a Roach Warren. The premise of it is to constantly poke and force more units out of Zerg, but he's doing a good job avoiding it. But now he sees a big flux of roaches, and Thorzain, all of his units are outside, and Speed's about to finish as well.
It's going to be really scary for Thorzain. Those Lings do finish up their speed upgrade, and Baneling Nest going down. 24 Lings in production. Thorzain's out on the map. He has no bunker.
Sheth has 2 Zerglings inside the main of inside the base of Terran too, which is
Trollings.
They're sitting there the entire time.
Nothing to see here, Thorzain.
Oh, needs to get the wall up, and he doesn't even get it. Oh,
wow, those 2 Lings try to be heroes. They get killed, but I'm not sure that it's going to matter. Thorzain has no units of substance on the map at all. Sheth has busted through.
And Sheth has way too many roaches. Thorzain won't be able to hold anything. The bunker won't even live long, let alone be able to defend against anything from here. Thorzain calls GG, and that's for a second.
BRB.
Sheth takes game number 1 with, well, with a Sheth push.
Yeah, took not such a long time. Well played, Sheth. That game brought to you guys by Kingston HyperX. Their solid-state drives in RAM, the fastest and strongest. You can drop them off of a roof. They'll still work. Kingston.com. That's where you can place that order.
Sounds like we need to put that to the test. We'll test things out while you guys take a break. We'll be back in 1 minute with Sheth versus Thorzain game number 2.